Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thanks so much for supporting the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and do a general message. Let's see what the energy is like. Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. So I do hope that everybody's doing well, okay? Now, anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate. And to those of you who do subscribe, it's very much appreciated. But what do we have, Spirit? What do we have for my Virgos? What's the strongest energy here? And going forward. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, you have simplification. It says simplify your life and focus on what truly matters. Declutter your mind and surroundings for greater clarity and effectiveness. Yeah, some of you may be going for a transition or some sort of change. This has been the energy today. Right behind it, you have letting go, right? Letting go of things so that you can refocus. Maybe you're getting clarity about things, or once you get rid of certain things, you'll be able to see clearer. So the first one coming out, it says reflection, and it says 987. So this could be definitely reflection on something from the past. I've noticed that the numbers are going backwards. It says look inward and evaluate your actions. It says embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. So this could be looking at yourself, right? Certain things that maybe you've done, choices that you've made here, right? And just maybe making better ones for yourself going forward. But let's see. We have grounding and we have 432. So the numbers are still declining here. It says, it says you are reminded of the importance of staying grounded and centered. It says amidst life's ups and downs. Connect with your inner strength and stability. It says finding peace and balance within yourself. Show me more for my Virgos. What is reflection? Can I get one more card, Spirit? Thank you. So the first one you have coming out, it says the fireflies glow. It says guidance, small lights, and hope. So some of you may be getting some sort of signs and synchronicities, or maybe some of you have heard something, watched something that has kind of made you think about your life. You also have the candle's flame. So heavy fire energy here. You could have it highly aspected in your chart. But it says hope. It says illumination. And it says guidance. Yeah, some of you may be getting some sort of guidance here. I'm hearing someone here wants to change their life for the better. But show me going forward. And one more. Bottom of the deck, we have the lotus flower. Well, it says the lotus bloom, but it says enlightenment and it says spiritual awakening. Okay, so maybe this is like that hangman energy, right? Seeing things from a different perspective. And you have the silver key. Solution, unlocking, and potential. Yeah, and then see, once somebody gets this and starts doing things differently, or sees things differently, or just starts making better choices, not only do you get this key to unlock doors, right? It's reminding me of the card in the other deck where it talks about adjacent possibilities, and on the card you see all these doors like opening up, but then right behind it you have the sacred chalice, which talks about abundance, nourishment, and fulfillment. So the first one I saw was the golden apple, and it talks about reward, but it talks about temptation as well, and it talks about knowledge. right? Maybe someone here is seeing, hey, okay, do you know what? Now I can see what, I'm just going to use it as an example. Now I can see what that friend or that friend group was doing, or, you know, I could see that they were trying to take me down a rabbit hole, or I can see that that person over there is trying to tempt me. Someone here is seeing things differently, right? It's almost like an energy where I feel like someone is not kind of like, they're stepping into an energy where they are not easily swayed or persuaded. This is like somebody not just putting up boundaries. I feel like it's more of somebody more valuing who they are. But show me more. What is this? Yeah, the wise owl. Wisdom, knowledge, and perspective. Someone here is wising up to things. Show me more. What is reflection? The firefly and the candle's flame. So we have the 9 of water. Okay, so this is good. And then you have the 7 of water. So this could definitely have to do with emotions and things like that. You have the 2 of fire. And yeah, and you have the King of water coming out. So definitely could have to do with emotions, right? It looks like someone may be going through something here where they're trying to decide here what brings them happiness. What makes them feel contented, because that is what the 9 of water is about. It says your wish. It says your wish comes true. It says concerns fade away. It says a love of a life. So definitely could be about relationships, okay? You got the 2 of fire, which talks about a choice, right? I always say it kind of reminds me of someone who's standing there and saying, do I go left or do I go right? It says you've come into your own. It says new partnerships or contracts. It says continue to move forward. Now, Spirit, when I was looking at this candle, Spirit was like giving me a vision of like somebody in the woods, right? And when I think of the woods, especially if you kind of go there at night, it makes me think of like, you know, it might be a little bit scary kind of a thing, right? So someone may have been coming out of something that was maybe a little bit scary or painful or something like that. And it could also just be saying to me with that vision that maybe someone here has just been spending a lot of time on their own, why they kind of gather their thoughts, right? And figure out what is their next step. You have the 7 of Cups, which is an energy. It can talk about confusion and illusions and things like that. Or it can talk about maybe someone here has multiple choices in terms of which way they can go, what they can do. But it says a complex decision. It says the need to do research. It says stop procrastinating. So maybe this is an energy where we have this energy where it says continue to move forward, right? Even though something may be a little bit unclear, Spirit could be saying to someone, hey, maybe some things take a risk. Yeah, the King of water. And it says, open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice. It says charity work. King of Cups with the 7 of Cups makes the 8 of Cups, right? And the 8 of Cups is an energy of maybe walking away from something. It can talk about, again, the 8 of Cups is usually a journey that someone would go on their own, right? 8 of Cups talks about walking away from something that no longer emotionally fills you, or abandoning something, or releasing something. But the greatest thing is that where it's going, it is to the 9 of Cups, and we have that out here, right? So again, it's making me feel like someone is going to find their wish fulfillment, or they already have, and now it's time for some sort of action. New partnerships or contracts. So again, it could have to do with anything. Someone here could be leaving a certain job because, you know, they're just not happy there or whatever, right? They just don't feel like they belong there. They don't like the people they work with. It doesn't pay enough money, so that makes you feel some type of way. And maybe someone is actually doing something about it and saying, do you know what, I'm actually going to start working for myself, or I'm actually going to start, you know, taking some sort of action to look for something new. But it feels like someone here has had some sort of glimmer of hope. What is the grounding? The golden apple and the wise owl. You have the 5 of earth, which is like the 5 of coins, right? And it's funny how I was just talking about maybe something doesn't pay enough, or maybe someone has been working on their finances, or maybe someone's fear is around money. I can't take that action because I don't have enough. Spirit says you're in the wrong mindset. Now, I know someone is going to be ignorant and, well, you ain't going to be able to say it to me because I control the comments. But I know there would be someone ignorant here who would say something like, well, if I don't have it, then how can I do it? Well, number one, because you're in the wrong attitude, okay? Because someone who is in a positive mindset would say, okay, I don't have enough to take the action that I want to take. Maybe I don't have everything I need, but what can I do in the meantime? Or how can I look for a solution to this problem? Someone wouldn't instantly go and say, I don't have enough, so don't tell me that. I don't want to do it. Maybe you shouldn't be watching tarot if that's your attitude. Yeah, 5 of Wands. Don't argue with me. What's this energy? Six of Fire. Exactly. It's like that energy where there's a will, there's a way. The Six of Fire talks about victory and success. It talks about good news is on the way. This is an energy also of public recognition and awards. You'll see that this man is smiling here, right? But the funniest thing is that if you kind of look at this card, I don't know what those little red things are meant to be. But he kind of looks like he's just come out of battle. His face is a little bit messy and things like that, right? You got these woman down here. It's like she's trying to point him in the right direction. But overall, it's a victory. I didn't say it was going to be easy, but I said it was going to be worth it. So show me more. What is this 5 of coins? Fears surrounding money. It says the wisdom to accept help from others. And it says uncertain self-employment. And it's also this energy as well, Virgos. If you know you have maybe somebody around you that, you know, you can trust and things like that. They're not going to judge you X, Y, and Z. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Show me more about this. Don't be in your ego here. Don't be in that energy of ego and pride. What's the 5 of coins? The World card. Yeah, something's coming to an end. Now, the World card, it talks about an energy of a job well done. It says joy, contentment. It says gratitude. It says the path toward enlightenment. Some of you may be listening to something online, right? Maybe you listen to things like daily affirmations, or maybe you should. You know, whatever it is that's going to lift your spirits and give you confidence in terms of putting one foot in front of the other. All right? It's that energy. I mean, listen, nothing wasn't built in a day. Things take time. The World card. It's also Archangel Michael energy here. So the energy of protection. What's that 6 of Wands? Awakening. Yeah, Archangel Michael definitely could be trying to send you some sort of messages here. I'm noticing this card is 21, which could be significant, okay? But it does boil down to a 3. And the 3 of Wands is about seeing the bigger picture. It's about planning. It's about moving forward, right? It's about progression. And the reason why I said he could be sending you messages, and definitely for some of you, he may be protecting you, is because you have the mirroring number coming out here, which is a 12. And it says awakening, even though it says Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel is the messenger, right? Is it Raphael that's the healer? But it says, look at things from a different perspective. It says a temporary standstill. It says it's important to be yourself. That is what's going to get you victory and success, by being your authentic self. But you have the 3 of air at the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Coins. King of Fire, Knight of Air. And then you have the King of Pentacles with the Page of Air and the Five of Swords. I don't know if a fire sign has something to do with something here, right? Something definitely could have to do with money. But you got the King of Pentacles with the Page of Air, which talks about, you know, information, communication, learning. All right, Spirit. So what is Virgo's advice here? What is Virgo's advice? Stop that self-love. Yeah, self-love and progress. Give me one more. Yeah, manifest your dreams at the bottom of the deck. You have a trust that things will come into alignment. You have alignment with abundance. One more. What's the advice? Authenticity. Be your true self. So the first one says self-love. Number 676. It says prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. You have progress. 678. It says you are making progress and advancement towards your goals. It says stay focused and committed to your journey, knowing that success is within reach. And then you have authenticity. 787. It says be yourself. It says pursue your passion and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking of you. So I don't know if that's what that Five of Swords and stuff was at the bottom of the deck. Oh, not the Page of Earth and the Magician and the Three of Fire. Okay, I feel like that's just manifesting. You have all the tools you need for this new beginning. The Magician's the number one. It says you are ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest them. It says life is magical. Step into your power here. Three of Wands. Again, another energy of manifestation. Visualization is a form of manifestation, right? Visualizing something, feeling like you have it even before you do. But you keep that lack mindset. I don't have, I don't have, I don't have, you won't have. Page of Pentacles. This is again another manifestation energy, right? It's about going after your desires. Yes. You know, it does also talk about maybe a new journey, right? But it's like Spirit was saying, it's almost like an energy of you're ready. Where did we see it? Was it at the bottom of here? I'm not quite sure where I saw it. Yeah, the lotus bloom. Enlightenment, spiritual awakening. Once you get the awakening, you get the keys to open new doors because you're going to start seeing things differently. So you start doing things differently, you're going to get a different outcome. And the sacred chalice, abundance, nourishment, and fulfillment. Yeah, and there's the energy. Look, right behind it, you have the starlit cloak where I was talking about Archangel Michael. It says protection, mystery, and the cosmos. Okay, Spirit. So, Virgos, that is what I have picked up here today. King of Pentacles falling out. What do you want to say to this King of Pentacles, Spirit? All right, give me one. It says, it doesn't matter king, queen, right? But it is a king. So it says a successful time. It says confidently accept opportunities you're offered. And it says the Midas touch. One for this king. The King of Air. Speak your mind. It says with confidence. It says seek out professional advice. It says balance mental and emotional considerations. Okay. All right, one more and then I promise I'm going to close it out. Which way are we going? The Strength. Leo energy. And it says great inner strength. It says release harsh judgments. It says forgiveness and compassion. So that is what I have for you. I do hope that something has resonated for you, Virgos. If it has, I do want to say hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, guys, stay safe, love and light.